La mano del gamer.
Uy.
Dad? Dad?
Come on, boy, or it'll be too late.
Vaya, parece que estamos persiguiendo a nuestro padre. Uy. Bueno, chicos, bienvenidos una vez más. Entiendo que estamos soñando. Esta vez con un bosque verde. Hasta ahora habíamos visto el bosque rojo y el bosque blanco. Y ahora, al igual que cuando murió Becky y vimos a Ana, hemos vuelto al bosque normal.
Dad? Dad?
Come on, boy, or it'll be too late.
Bueno, desde luego, Francis George Morgan parece que está marcado por la experiencia traumática de su padre matando a su madre. ¡Uy!
Dad? Dad?
Come on, boy, or it'll be too late.
Vaya, pues no está tu padre.
Daddy? Daddy? Daddy?
Uy.
Are you okay?
¿El perro Willy? Es uno de esos sueños jodidos en los que sueñas que eres un niño y te mola una tía adulta o algo así. Uy. Vuelta a los dos ángeles. Ana, Becky y Diane, las tres víctimas, explicándose secretos. Uy, Forrest Kaizen.
You are waiting here for someone, aren't you? The person you are waiting for will be here soon.
El símbolo de la paz invertido. Y un árbol que sangra.
Grandpa, wake up! Grandpa, hey!
Oh, Emily.
Así que es el abuelo.
Sorry, my dear, I must have fallen asleep.
That's enough napping for today. Tell me the rest of the story.
Yes, of course. That was our promise, wasn't it? Before I continue on, though, I've got a little gift I want to give you.
Wow. It's pretty.
Consider it a protective charm, like a signpost. It will help to lead you through your life.
A signpost?
Un poste.
One day, my dear, you will find out one of the truths of this world. that the world is filled with contradiction and inequality. When that day comes, how you respond, what you do, that will be the instant that determines the value of your life. This pendant will show you the way in that moment.
The value of my life?
Yes, dear. The value of your life. I have faith that you will grow up into a woman who can make the right choices. Do you understand, Emily?
Bueno, el hombre ese definitivamente es Francis George Morgan de viejo. El gesto este que ha hecho así, el perfil de la cara. O sea, este hombre en el futuro tiene una nieta que se llama Emily.
As the angel said, I was soon fated to meet him.
Yes.
What do you think of those dreams, Zach? So I do care for Emily. What about you?
Sí, algún trauma
Take this
infantil.
opportunity and talk about this a bit.
Vale, me parece correcto. A ver, hablemos.
If I hadn't seen York come into the bar, well, you wouldn't have found this place, would you? Now, how about that? I guess I've always been lucky when luck was needed. That's why I've been able to stay in business, too. Although we have Willie to thank for finding this room, I suppose.
Anda, mira, Willy.
He's got a great nose. Clever, too. He'd be a great businessman if he wanted to be.
¿Eh?
I owed you guys one anyway. And I owed York big time, too. You guys didn't tell anyone about that whole thing with Diane. I want to help you guys out. Is there anything I can do?
Jason, I
¿Qué es un
appreciate the offer.
sarcófago sadomasoquista eso? ¿O qué?
But this is a police matter. You can leave everything to us from here.
Oh, well, okay.
George, look. These cigarettes. They're the same brand that York smokes. He's definitely been here.
Carol's been missing since the bar closed last night. This town will be deserted if this keeps up.
What do you think is really happening here in Greenvale?
Emily, let's focus on looking for York. I just hope there are more leads than a cigarette butt around here.
El perro lo sabe, ¿no? Ah, bueno, claro, lo huele y lo sigue.
Hey, Willie, of course. You can track his scent, can't you, boy? What do you think, officers? Let him help you out, why don't you? Oh, he'd make a fine police dog.
I told you we don't need...
Sounds good, Kaysen. We need all the help we can get. Come on, George. Let's let them help us.
But they are civilians.
Do you have a better plan? As we speak, York might be...
Le mola.
All right. Let's have them help.
Thank you, George.
But one thing. With York missing in action, I'm back in charge. And York would give me hell if something bad happened to you guys. So promise me you'll call for backup at the first sign of danger.
Yes, of course.
I think we're missing something here. So I'm going to look around a bit longer. You go with Kaysen and follow York's trail.
Thank you, George. We're counting on you, boy. Welcome to the force, Deputy Willie.
Let's get rolling then.
Venga, va.
Okay, I'm counting on you, Willie.
Oh, not counting on me, though, are you? Sheesh.
Bien. Soy Emily. Dios. Vale, vale. Madre mía con la música esta, Tan, 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 tan. No, 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 no. ¿Cuánto tiempo llevamos ya caminando? ¿Qué está ocurriendo?
Thomas, I know that you're there. Your disposition is not of my concern. But you do need to stop this. Untie me. Let me go. Right now. And you and Carol should take off. Go as far away as you can. Open a bar or a diner in a new town. With your cooking, I know you do well.
Why, thank you, York. You're so kind. Unlike him.
If I had someone like you, things may not have come to this.
York, have you ever been in love with someone?
Thomas, a long time ago, I witnessed two people that I really cared about die.
Sus padres.
Both pretty much at the same time. And since then, I've tried not to care about anyone so deeply. But recently, that way of thinking has changed.
Huh?
Emily, right? She's a nice girl.
But I must warn you, York. You'd be better off not falling in love with her.
¿Por?
Thomas, considering the circumstances, whatever I say might not be important to you, but I'll say it anyways. Don't you dare touch Emily.
Oh.
York, I think I've said too much.
It's natural to respond when someone talks to you, I guess. Everything will end tonight.
Esta noche.
You just stay there until then.
Ay, gracias por el besito. Qué tío más majo. Bueno. ¿Qué está ocurriendo?
What's wrong? Something's bothering you.
¿Por qué
Oh,
paramos?
no, it's just... I promised to have tea with Polly. I just remembered.
What's that got to do with anything?
Yep, you're right. This just isn't the time, I know. But it's... well, she reminds me of my mother who passed away.
Kaysen.
I've been a salesman for a long, long time. I never had time to talk with my mother, you know. Sales, they were the thing for me. No matter what happened, this was more important. So even when she was sick, I put more energy into my work, which I regret now. And you know, when I heard she died, I was on my way home, all happy. I closed a big deal in Jersey. Just when you want to give something back, you got no one to give it back to. Well, that's when I met her, Polly. I thought heaven had given me another chance.
Que se
I really did. So I always stay in that hotel whenever I come up here. Oh, sure, the rooms are great, but in all honesty, I go there because I want to talk with Polly.
Does Polly know all this?
No way. I'd never say anything so embarrassing
Tampoco
to
se
her.
enteraría.
She'd think I've got some crazy mother complex or something.
Sería bastante acertado.
Right, let's get going. Deputy Willie disapproves of any chit-chat. I'll make it up to Polly some other time, I guess.
Experimentado.
It's only a hunch now, but I don't think Nick killed Diane.
What do you mean?
Me and Diane, we were, you know, pretty close. Oh, sure, some people might have moral issues about it all, but I'd like to think that I knew her pretty well. Every time we finished talking, she'd bring up art. I'd make a face, you know, boring. And she'd always say, "You're so different from Nick. He's so much more intelligent."
Sounds like something she'd say.
Nick was one of the few people who she could talk to, you know. And vice versa for Nick, I suppose. Diane also told me that she was best friends with Nick. He'd have nothing at all to gain by killing her. I can't believe that one would try to kill the other. I just can't.
But even the best of friends can end up in the worst fights.
Still, the voices and footsteps I heard that night, they were something else. Much more violent, more horrifying. Diane's voice sounded different, too. Different. Hard to explain. Of course, I couldn't make out what she was saying.
You told York all this?
Of course I did.
What did he say?
I know, that's fine. Something like that.
Eso no lo explicó, ¿no?
Let's go then, and catch Diane's killer.
Bueno, vuelta a lo que sea que estemos haciendo.
Zach, about Emily. Don't you feel almost nostalgic looking at her?
I don't think I've ever felt that way looking at a woman before.
No, I'm wrong. It's a long time ago now, though. Do you remember that incident, Zach?
Pues no.
Anyways, I was very surprised when she came to my hotel room. Not in a funny way, don't get me wrong. It was really exciting, though. I thought I heard my heart thumping inside, you know? It's inappropriate during an investigation. Right, Zach?
Bueno, es poco apropiado, pero te vas encariñando. Bueno, pues joder, lo de York y Emily ya empieza a ser, vamos, está candente el tema.
Hey, cut that out, will you? Are you close to the Ingrams?
No, I mean, well, I always say hi when I see them at their store.
La familia de los gemelos.
Don't you think they make a wonderful family?
Son muy raros todos.
I guess so. Including Jim, I suppose they do.
Indeed they do. The ideal family, I'd say. You know that I look after Isaac and Isaiah pretty often, right? They talk a lot when I take them out. Yesterday, Mama and Papa, and this morning, Grandpa, always about their family. Just listening to them makes me feel so happy. I don't have any brothers, you know. Maybe I'm a little jealous of those two. That's why when I come here, I always pay them a visit. Greenvale is really like a second home to me.
I can tell.
Willy, salva esto.
Deputy Willie's calling again. Enough about me. Let's get going.
¿Y ahora?
For some reason in the darkness, I see Emily's face. When I first met her on the bridge, she looked so dignified. And that glimmer in her eyes when she argues every word I say. Her blonde hair lit by the dawn. Eating steak at the diner. Giving me directions in the car. The horror on her face in the gallery. And that coffee she made. And
Adiós.
it's like she's a goddess in a tight dress. Zach, let's pray that she doesn't become a real goddess.
Bueno, pues ahora lo veremos, ¿no? Siguiendo al Chucho, en algún punto llegaremos a donde está el asesino. Son ya las 11 menos 5. ¿Cuánto tiempo llevamos corriendo detrás del perro, por favor? Bueno, la torre del reloj.
Hey, so we took the long route here. You weren't playing with us, were you?
George, we've found out where York is. George? George! Kaysen, I'm going in alone.
Hey!
Bueno.
You didn't forget what George said.
No, I haven't. And that's why you get to stay out here and keep trying to contact him. I'm just going to check things out. I'll stay out of danger. Trust me.
Okay, if you say so. I'll take care of this here.
Pues vamos allá. Vamos solos a por York. Sola.
Freeze! Stop right there! Stop! What the hell?
York, Emily is here. Time to say goodbye then.
Thomas, let me tell you one more time. It's not too late. I can help you. Just untie me and let me go. If you don't, the situation will be irreversible, unfixable.
York, no situation is reversible. Didn't you know that?
Everyone, everything proceeds along a path preordained by fate. Goodbye, then. I wonder who'll be the next person to open this door. Well, whoever that person is will be the one to decide your fate. You're a silly, sad little woman. We're heading for devastation. All of us. And no one can stop it.
Oh, Thomas. You're sick. But there's still time. We can get you help. I'll help you.